This is The Witching Place, A Vanished Volume, A Curious Bookstore Cozy Mystery Book 4 by Sophie Love, narrated by Katie Silverthorne. Chapter 1. Lex stared at Montgomery David, her boss, and she now considered her friend. The revelation that he had known her missing father, Xander Blair, and had never told her was almost too much to take. "I think it's time," he said, his voice echoing slightly from the wooden bookcases all around them in the bookstore. "You deserve to know." "About what happened to him?" Lex asked, her heart in her mouth. "No," Montgomery said. "Well, yes. But I mean, it's time that I let you into the back room. It's time that I take you behind the locked door. If you're ready, that is." He was taking a key out from around his neck. Lex didn't need to hesitate. She'd wanted to know what was behind the mysterious upstairs vault door in a curious bookstore ever since she'd started working there. All this time, Montgomery had denied her entry, told her it was none of her business. She had a feeling it was more her business than he had admitted. "I'm ready," she said, her heart thundering in her chest at a mile a minute. Everything seemed to crystallize into absolute clarity around her as Montgomery led the way up the stairs. She glanced back into the bookstore, her second home since she had moved from Boston to get experience with selling used books. Hecate, Montgomery's cat, was watching them go from the counter. Her tail was swinging lazily side to side, her bright golden eyes shining out from her black fur, narrowed to slits. Lex looked up ahead of herself where Montgomery was just emerging onto the first floor. He was dressed, as always, in an almost comically bright outfit, a bright red waistcoat the colour of poppies over a shirt printed with tiny yellow bananas. She'd noted earlier that he'd matched it all with a pink and red bow tie, printed with hearts, probably something that was only supposed to be worn on Valentine's Day. She'd found her hands were shaking as she reached for the end of the handrail, pulling herself up rather than stepping up onto the floor. Montgomery paused, looking at her with a sombre expression, his eyes glimmering darkly under his bushy white brows and gold-rimmed glasses. He brandished the key from around his neck, holding it up as if it was some kind of talisman, and approached the door. The door. It had haunted Lex's dreams since she had arrived. At first, she had thought it was simply a case of an old man not quite trusting a new employee with the secrets of his trade. But since then, things had happened, things that she couldn't explain, like the man who broke into the room behind it and somehow managed to knock out her boyfriend Noah when they tried to stop him from leaving. Strangest of all, he had done it.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?